NPA ewo oman Ghana mu na emu baako mienu bi na yapamfo eba bedomo suko na numre ye de aman se be ya yenso ye namwa ye behu nia ekoso eno ti misan mamwa kwa papa de ba ene jumedie so memfa ncha kese pa ma the Honorable Minister for Information Angel Abubakar Fatima tu me bo Angel na me se monti ase enti Honorable na numre ye chia papa be ne production team nyina ye se nyame enhiraw bebre na ensem no Parliament issues no edaso ekoso nkrofo kabi na ye behwe se na numre ye nsa beka lawyer kese bi na ye ne no atwetwe enkomo wo ensem a Speaker of Parliament they call court Supreme Court to say kebeya Supreme Court ruling na omo ankasa omo ma ye say or no Speaker of Parliament ni nsem anase ni decision o take ye no enye papa ntino on hold on anase on twin sign no Supreme Court for no sa decision omo take ye so omo twin sign na san nsem we na ama nkrofo ebisa nsem bebre say speaker kra no ade officer or ye president anase oman tumi no ni nyina ehye ne nsa enti enipa bebre na omaye very worried about the nyama ekoso ewo mrahye bedwam but penimu bi so ache na adwene say right honorable Abambagbe oye mranim ni enti we should allow him to also test the law but at the end of the day no Ghana ye practice constitutional supremacy enti no nia Supreme Court ebeka no ena nokure but speaker de obetumi ache na adwene ava nsem no ho na nsem no a omde court no ebi ene den ye lawyer ye nsaka na obeche yemu na odi ya do nsem num asuko na ansana ye beba saa nsem no so no menemo kasei the United States of America omode visa restrictions bi ato oman Ghana so omode visa restrictions bi ato oman Ghana so a nkrofo so edi hu komo papa na ebisa se ede na Ghana ye ntia the United States of America aban ede restrictions foforo ebeba se restrictions kire se nyema bi wo no ma wo ya nya ade a omo mbe ma okwan ama waba omo memu nyema ben sa omode warning kese pa ena ama Ghana politicians amanyofo no se wo a wo be ma oyene asi ewo oman Ghana ewo abato afimu enya ade a wo mo be ma wo ni wabusua visa da se obeba United States of America nti se wo se Ghana enhia no watrem no wahyibi me dem bon sem edema US almost say way part of the process almost wo mo be den contribution wo de boase ebema Ghana ye election no aye peaceful and to omo hwe se amanyofo no wo wo visa wo passport e wo da ho wo mo yire mu omo busuo mu nyina ewo passport visa ewom se wo mo kan yeti ebomu a na omo matu na omo ko America say there be da omanfo fo begimu a not the United States of America. Na America for so enim empanifo omo wo Ghana ha wo manusem keka ene omade yo nyina America ban enim se sankrofo we age visa e de agu. Na say motie the NDC National Democratic Congress dede se electoral commission for nyema bi a che se omo be wi abamu na ye tugum se be ya wo wadwene be ya ontanta na de na jimensa ne ne isi omo ye ene ye ton safra omo se mumbra ne yenhwem omantumi amfa hwe yanko se mokai ema electoral commission eton sa de frɛ all ambassadors any high commissioners heads of diplomatic missions wo Ghana ha ene omunya nkitahudie kyerɛkyerɛ wo Ghana ya bato processes ni nyina ema mpanifo ya hu se sɛnea enyema yi ati de enwiamu bia ni ho enti politicians no moko a monko ka mo asem ebeto omanfo no etirimu no mato aba ede amam afutu a mpanifo ede ma politician no na information yensa kan say America mpanifo no eto nsa de frɛ John Dramani Mahama ede warning kese pa na ama no yes says wonim na so wonim na so woyɛ sɛ ɛyɛ Russia okokɔ kɔyɛ ne ɛho nyamanyama no ɔkɔ sɛ ɔkɔ akɔyɛ arrangement sɛ bɛyɛ a ɔyɛ ne bi besi Ghana no yɛ ɛne ɔmomfa ne ho nkyɛ no ɔdɔfo wote asɛm a mekae no yɛbɛbɔ nsɛm de ama US because obi biara a ɔbɛpɛ sɛ Ghana ɛnhye obi biara a ɔbɛpɛ sɛ Ghana ɛbɛfa ne ntoma pa efra obi biara a ɔbɛpɛ sɛ yɛn abatoɔ yi a yɛkɔ akɔtu yɛbɛsan yɛ asomdwe te sɛ ne abatoɔ yɛ ato nyinaa ayɛ asomdwe no ɛsɛ sɛ yɛtumi ɛbɔ nsɛm ɛde ma wɔn you may hate America but I for this one America ɛnyɛ bɔne sɛ ummɔ utiri mu pɔ sɛ wobɛdi bɔne ɔman Ghana bɔne a wokɔgye visa ɛtu kwan akɔ America akɔyɛ dɛn enti mo a mo se mo ne America aban no ɛnyɛ adwene no ɛna minim sɛ once a America aban ayɛ saa no other European countries will do that tutumi nwane nkɔ baabi a enti yɛbɛhyɛ ne nso msɛ production sɛ US imposes visa restrictions on Ghana picture no ɛwɔ hɔ a momfa to screen so ma me na yɛndi ɛho nkɔmmɔ kakra na ahwɛfoɔ so ɛhu nea ɛkɔ or say US to impose visa restrictions on Ghanaians responsible for undermining democracy ahead of the December 7 election. A new alert the media house shared on X on Monday, October 28, 2024 was captured. Meanwhile, the US ambassador to Ghana, Virginia Palmer, has urged all stakeholders in the country's December 7, 2024 general election to sign the peace pact being spearheaded by the Peace Council of Ghana. Say mokai or say omo kachire amanyo kuonu say amanyo fono sorry say a peace pact na Peace Council of Ghana edi pase obia emfa ne nsa enhyase say ye gitum say ye ma basabasa yo ensi Ghana omo kachire amanyo fono nyina say obia emfa ne nsa enhyase o say Virginia Palmer pointed out that the peace pact would help ensure that there is no violence before, during, and after the elections. We enye boni ena United States of America for aye enti yende we welcome it. MPP amanyoko no omo de omo sini peace pact no eyade omo sign enti we so ombe den eyade a omo ebe sign enti ebe hye ne nso ebe bon sem ede ama eye America man no esa ne se ni omo se omo beye no omo beye eyade a ebeboa oman Ghana papa na na otwi yante asempa kra say ye mame the leader and founder and the flag bearer of the GFP party mame akufo-addo show mayi ni videos bebre ni videos no aboan ama yetumi ay analysis bebre na odaya wa sorry wa nyamedia enoti no production team ebegina eye Kencity anemu na yama abusua yakọ yama eye Ghana Freedom Party for so yakọ ene oman Ghana nyina yakọ isani se mame akufo-addo de obia enimu no mame akufo-addo obia enimu she has added to Ghana's political journey upo umpeo or say enye no enoti may her soul rest in perfect peace. Now her passing should ensure and as a lead to we having a very peaceful elections at the end of the day. Enoti enkaibo bakwa ewo ehono no. Ye the flag bearer of the Ghana Freedom Party Mame akufo-addo waye nyamedia a menemu kasei. Na Mame akufo-addo enya ne ba bia koyi na asan akofa eye another conversation ediaba conversation ben a say balloting na ye eye Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia oda number 1 ene omo to aso no na MC akufo-addo no oda number 3 or so nti say wo mu ni ho a mpenifo ye bisa say electoral commission omo ba be ye den na emra no eka fa electoral commission semsemo a nsemo abeto dwo den na emra no eka fa ho se ba ne saa den na se electoral commission eden eye nti nkofo edi ehon nkomo bebre nkofo edi ehon nkomo papa na omo the statement bi aba electoral commission the statement bi aba efa maame the late Ekuadonko ne passing no ho mpacho mo fan to screen so mami EC statement on Ekuadonko's death na omo boy and say the electoral commission has today received information on the unfortunate passing of the presidential candidate of Ghana of the Ghana Freedom Party GFP Madam Ekuadonko. May she rest in peace. Or say while the 1992 constitution blah 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 okay near brofone account them say lawyer beboy ama yet to me addo in semnum esuko nti electoral commission so release they about acknowledge that the party GFP no ama abom kaye say anasa abom man yese ampa say mame Ekuadonko we free munti no omo kotu article no say be ya ye nyina ye bete ye ho ase enti eno so eno no na enkaibo baako a esan wo ho ene se the 2024 school placement no ade a ya release rush mama ye hwe na wo mo hwe no ehu release of 2024 school placement na Ministry of Education Ghana Education Service aban ebo awofo nyina nka yese 2024 school placement no ade a yede aba matise wo hwe number na se figure of nkwala omo beko secondary school na je enough from kra ti wanya aban a ono se Ghana sika yenya no yede bi behwe sa nkwala yi a na ese wo aban no abaso esane se sa figure da so yi se enye aban free SHS na megiri se almost half of sa numbers yi ade omuntumi enko secondary school wan koso a na odi oye nipa na eba abusuanum ene sa ankrankran no na bra bom enoti ye be hye ne nso awofo megiri se sisi a munyina mo hwe school sa aba ye kire se wo aya ma school a wanya anase wo mpe no ukọ nat hall a obetumi aye arrangement mpanifo wo ho a obetumi asesa de amaw na wo asem bia ode beto manimu a ukọ ho a ade a obetumi ahwew na say ya aprobo ye political campaign ni ye wo mu na nkrofo bisa nsem na dollar Ghana cedi no edru say $1 is 16 cedis na we can ena mpanifo bebre ato ede amane omampanin dadajo Mahama se wo baso 2000 mo baso 2008 no na dollar no ejina 1 cedi 20 pesos mu free aban mu no na edru 4 cedis 20 pesos enti campaign ya John Mahama ni NDC yi me ene wo mo a afoforo mu bisa no yente se wo mo ama the explanation the reason tia dollar no omo fa no free 1 cedi 20 pesos omu kono edru 4 cedis 20 pesos until say omu beba be cheche yemu the reason tia ade no free dollar no free 1 cedi 20 pesos in 2008 I call 4 cedis 20 pesos in 2016 no, do they have that moral right to be talking about the fact say dollar edru 16 cedis ana? Well, and that was it. Anyway, Mr. Mahama should first explain why the cedi moved from 1 cedi 20 pesos in 2008 to 4 cedis to 20 pesos in 2016. Also, why the public debt moved from 9 billion to in 2008 to 120 billion in 2016. What is his solution to the depreciation of the cedi? Just say cedi na a depreciating no. Mahama meka nkyere Ghana for ni solution ni ode ba be solve that problem. Say, did he ever explain this to Ghanaians? He is simply opening himself up to ridicule with these questions. Nti omanfo adwenkyere omu ekire efa the depreciation of the cedi. At least Oshua Dr. Baumiane ne manifesto wa kire ekwan ya obefa so a ode be ma cedi no agina brane. Ena dodo na bisa say, Mahama, what is your solution to the depreciation of the cedi? Nti nia nkrofo so atobi ediama former president Mahama eno no yo yebeko yanim yɛbɛkɔ yɛnim sɛ maka kyerɛ mu sɛ ɛyɛ Supreme Court no ɛho nsɛm ɛna ɛho nkɔmmɔ ɛna me ne me guest ɛbɛdi ɛyɛ ɛnɛ ɛnumre ɛmre bi former President Mahama yɛbisa ne sɛ ɛdeɛn na besia wabɔ no anasɛ n'abrɛ so ɔbɔyɛ no ɔde yɛyɛ ɔbɛto 9 billion ofiri so no na Ghana yɛka na kodu 120 billion ɛna yɛbisa ne sɛ ɛdeɛn ɛna ɔde saa sika no ayɛ wote anza ɔde maɛ ɔse wo a wopɛ sɛ unhu nia n'abrɛ so ɔde Ghana sika besia ɔkɔbɔyɛ no ɔde yɛyɛ no ɔse go to Parliament for a list of what I used the borrowed money to do. Mahama. So go to Parliament. Enti anza odema journalist no. O si yen yasede se yebe ko Parliament ni akɔhwehwem na ye bisa Mahama ba no ɛdeɛn ne deɛn no ye ne wo de wo nenam na wo bisa bi. Adenti na wo so nko Parliament. Na in fact wo de yenko tie nsɛm ɔde to dwanemra.
National agreement must be submitted to Parliament. Into will be a person who Uncle Parliament, they'll give them the documents, every single project for which we've taken a loan, and record that Parliament. And maybe I was some media for more church, I was some research to Moko Namofa, a female breast of Missouri in 7th January. Bosia Ajinin take it and research it. Ko Bibia Yaka say, yes, our project. Nakosha say, yeah, project na and I say, yeah. It's the work of the media. And this media can say, the media is to inform. Into also take the research and go and look at Bosia and Yajin and go to where Yaka say, yes, and your man, Nakosha say, and your man and Kosana. And that one, a national agreement must be submitted to Parliament. And to be a person who, Uncle Parliament, they'll give them the documents, every single project for which we've taken a loan, and record that Parliament. And maybe I was some media for more church, I was some research to Moko Namofa, a female breast of Missouri in 7th January. Bosia Ajinin take it and research.
Orofo say Ghana former president of Ghana Mahama ena o kachire ye nyina ye say yepe niema ode Ghana sika no from 9 billion to 120 billion a year yenko Parliament inti sa principle no is it not the same principle now say wo pese hu nia nanado ene na ban so aboro sika omode aya say say yenko Parliament inti asem sebe na Ghana ha emra nanado danko akufo-addo ne na ban take over no na library ewo oman Ghana mu bia ye kenkan satam yesu so ano na yesu me call library aba any those kind of things na libraries ewo Ghana ha public libraries to be precise na makum 61 from nkroma time we besi ene anase time Mahama ene na ban so efiri so na makum adusia ba 61 from time nanado na ban eba besi na menemu kase onu nko ana ban no de makum aduonum enan na aka ho into obeto 61 from time immemorial ena onu ankasa na breso no ode makum 54 abe count akufo-addo added 54 more public libraries to the 61 or inherit here yen konkohwe sa video ni emra. Hey, akwala going
make a library.
In Ghana, we have always valued learning, especially for our children. The joy of childhood is the freedom to learn, explore, and imagine. A freedom we choose to pursue for each of our children. Only 61 public libraries existed in Ghana before January 2017. In the last 8 years, the NPP government has built 54 additional libraries, more public libraries than any other government. These libraries, equipped with computers and internet access, contribute to higher literacy rates and exposure to worldwide information, ensuring that our children have access to knowledge and opportunity. Under Bawumia, the NPP's commitment to investing in the future of Ghana's children will continue. Free SHS, vocational and educational training, directly addressing the literacy rates and employability opportunities that make the Ghana we dream of a possibility. The future we want has already begun. Vote Bawumia for president.
Esuro, vote number 1 on the ballot.
It is possible. This advert is sponsored by the Buzia.
Hey, akwala going. Okay, it is possible. We actually abai Nanado and Dr. Bawumia here and Humasia here womu papa. Now, saying that no actually imagine call a National Science and Maths Quiz omo de shishe so akọ awiye no Dr. Bawumia sika pudo de ama womo a womo di nkunim no. What does this tell you? Obini nam no de odi sika na checheche amanfo na yembe cancer mpamfa no. Dr. Bawumia esan is say ehumasua ho hia ne ntino National Science and Maths Quiz na a course no. What de sika pudo de ama emrantie no a omudi eye nkunim no. Anoti ye nyina se okache o se obebo free SHS ho ban a ese se utumi oni no eye adwene. Isani se ne nyema o ye nyina kire se ono so gi education no eden Ghana dachi edi nti ye behwe eno so minimum ka say eye the second lady of the Republic of Ghana eye Her Excellency Samira Bawumia or Mempeso so eye the Great Trouble Constituency. The Great Trouble Constituency na ye say ehono ma ye she ewo eye electoral area ye frɛ no eye Fise electoral area Fise specifically no ewo the Fise Mosque bebi a Alhaji Kabori bebi a Ojina hoho a Muslimi for eko sompa eho ena second lady Her Excellency Samira Bawumia ede osom ne ko ye na ye say se wani ense o ka kire say subsequent when me hwe se akoye mempeso aso de me pe mfoni ni bi de aba se next week kwan be ba na ya ye ne sa ede amamo enuti eye o mampani abedi achi na ho kanfo ye Samira Bawumia ya dia obo apro ye campaign de manikunu papa na ebisa se other candidates no omoyire mu ewo hisi e ma award a mejiri senka Samira Bawumia ena nka obenya sa award no eruti ebehye ne nso ne yakọ yanim maka kire mu dadada na de bia mesanka se amanyofo no esese yehu nipa omusu ene omoban very very important omusu ene omoban esane se wode odachi wode omane dachi ene ekwakọhye nipa no ne nsa enuti se wode kọhye obi nsa esese wo make sure na wo hu se nipa wei onye obi a ene wo ka se a ade akyi na odane na no ana se oprichi e kirewo ofi se wo nim ne subanti no nia ono te no ene wo ka kirewo ehu no ensam no ka o da bi mento aba ma obi sei ni enso ebia sa na nipa nti Some te say na say or de betu dwa ye jo Muhammad de betu dwa His Excellency Ghana Mampani former president. Eka say ye bisa Dr. Bawumia question no na opododo. Okay. Ono jo Muhammad ye nim say won pododo onye me pese say ubehu the kind of person the gentleman is. Ne ojina wani mo okeke nsem no. Muma yankoshe Mahama on when somebody is lying. A very, I think, short video. Muma yankoshe nemra.
You know how to tell when somebody is lying? If there are people who are smooth talkers, who can speak rat-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta like machine gun, the time when they become stammerers and they start stammering, you know they are lying. Suddenly, media encounter. I think. And so the incubation plant was built and give the guinea fowl day-old chicks to the farmers. You know how to tell when somebody is lying? If there are people who are smooth talkers, who can speak rat-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta like machine gun, the time when they become stammerers and they start stammering, you know they are lying. Suddenly, media encounter. I think. And so the incubation plant was built and give the guinea fowl day-old chicks to the farmers.
Okay. God have mercy upon us.
Yo, watch out. Now, onim say the video be or no so what started say what put the door you be the question. This is what the show is about. We will expose all of them how they are. Now one kasano do a bre say what wadua na watch wadua. GH1 adaroma and yes kan sa infoni we. A year 54 libraries here me de two just say omampeni na bre so dia to dwai. My further checks scratch say over 70 and aban we e dia beka ho. Aban we e dia beka. Ye be hwe say ye be twi aban Hayford Sian or CEO Edema Ghana Library Authority. Maybe next week and next 2 weeks no so abebu nkonta e dia kire or show we so. Esan say aban we a demonstrate beyond reasonable doubt say ehumesua eda na koma so ehumesua eda na koma so papa enti ebeko yenim na maami bi also ye NDC ni an NDC convert praises free SHS. Me see SHS no free SHS ye beppo hu dewro sa esane se obi a ose obehwe Ghana ma anase Ghana dachi ama omatumi ehu ehumade se yetumi ebo hu dewro an NDC convert praises free SHS or show ye NDC ni nanso o kan sempa o se nokra ne de da ho a obeka yenkotie eye nsemu amame di to dwane emra
me na me ye ni ni pa wonu hwan na obeka kire me se me mfiri o mra wa wo fa filimpo ane ojugu mu heda ba ha be pa me chew be ka kire me se ka hu mu pa me tiri mu kura are nye yi na so maso ansa ba hu na mu ye du me ma me lu ko secondary school asaba me kan ye ma wala ko sampa me ba be ko school and pass yes edu sa kwada na kwatro no kwade ne me to me nya ne me panchi nyina na this car me be na na we me timi tra dem sa choka keno ma chiska sa me tua boso miensa bia 8 million sa enfia miensa efisa na me ba no penesi adwuma edu sa kwada na kwatro no aho chanti NDC abenti mi benenti na ntro ama na me ba ne tifie me bra hu ya to subiam me baba mu asukọ school kafo adu the same na so me kasha na akufo-addo adumanyam say me na wi school no free education na dey be eti NPP aban NPP abanya wale tisa asoro poa wodo hoto no so a wakotokura nka soro saka mi di wo bon won ka ba pa nka me ba nka no na asini eti mi nia no ma mo aso nyam kasanya ha me kama chere abatan mo sesa NDC enya ba di ahoto enso ma no ati me na me ye ni pa wonu hwan na
yo kakum ya jini kwaku enum na obi a odi free SHS one dance no ye NDC ni this time around obeto aba ediama Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say beya afoforo so ebe benefit from the free SHS. Now Dr. Bawumia born a pro no they call voter region OT region. Ena OT region ahemfo ede echew papa de ama the new patriotic party titiri ni Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say omohwe MPP aban no any region no edini yie mpuntunjuma omunsa akan bi omunsa eda so eka na eyo omunwan kakra se despite mpuntunjuma aban ayama region ni nyina ne aban ani omadini yie nyina achi no the whole of OT region MPP any parliamentary seat ba kokra ena ahemfo no de echeopa edema the new patriotic party mpese wa okotie nsem ne bi na yembrasisia.
May I apologize for our inability to give the MPP a seat in the OT region. Despite the fact that the MPP maneuvered or manipulated or encouraged and ensured that we had the OT region. Thank you for that for it. We therefore would assure you that for this time, no turning back. We are moving forward and we ensure that the seat becomes yours. May I also at this juncture say that I do appreciate your peaceful manner in running the elections. Ever since your movement, we've never heard any insult or any rancor from your outfit. This is a good sign. You've done well. May I apologize for our inability to give the MPP a seat in the OT region. Despite the fact that the MPP maneuvered or manipulated or encouraged and ensured that we had the OT region. Thank you for that for it. We therefore would assure you that for this time, no turning back. We are moving forward and we ensure that the seat becomes yours. May I also at this juncture say that I do appreciate your peaceful manner in running the elections. Ever since your movement, we've never heard any insult or any rancor from your outfit. This is a good sign. You've done well.
Kwa shosroho ati No, you first video na boy answer your boy with a GH1 for Adaruma ema yensa eka the sit show era woni egusu betumi edi woni edi akire ewo YouTube ene Facebook na also otie nsempa koso bebia yedui ebe poso videos no kakra na yako me guest so na Supreme Court nsemsem a apie no ode emu nchechemu den ede abre na me guest lawyer Enoch Afoakwa or a private legal practitioner lawyer moajo emwakwaba
me jo so flag bearer
boko de
nyame de abedru ni Ebenezer
ebeda nyame ase se ene uko Supreme Court ana utumi kopie mu ho
ene jumedi na doso ene court akoni abedie no from one court to the
other
me Supreme Court honestly enemy akasa menya ko
want to me
Supreme Court and
ba wa follow insem no ntino la enyama miensa me pese ye hwe se ye wo court sisi ya wo Supreme Court idea pa nti na ye wo why are we in court adenti ne ye wo court eno ye number 1 number 2 ni asan hwe se idea na nanka ye betumi aye ebema anka ebe prevent you from going to court and then Supreme Court nsem omde tu dwa no enne ensem bempa na omode edi tu dwa saa nsem miensan we pa na mepese ye bedomo suko na ahwefo so atumi ate ase se be ya entum futuro engo omani so se ne ade bia ye kan no ha eye nokura trodo se ne yete no saa na de bia ye kan no ede mamo esane se yebumu pa yebumu nije se ebribia mo pebre na mo hwe ye sa show we nchiakase pa na me be ma the parliamentary candidate edema Trobu the great Trobu constituency Madam Gloria Owusu ene Okankwe North mami Dokuya ono so ono ye parliamentary candidate ene Okankwe South Dakwa Newman michia munyina ene enumre we ti lawyer your court Supreme Court why are we there didn't na your court e dey na kofa by
yo my meaning kan fa enchia kese ma wahwefo
okay
na what chief also so minim say o man FM so e fa na machia wankasa so ne o modern bo a wo bo
that's
e dey ma o man Ghana
that's
because o de no kra esom o man na eboa e shepi the fortunes of our country.
Wonderful.
Na ebie the frontiers of democracy no na makeba mi kebia mamu no ekon kan se de be ya timamufo benyamu chefa animu emfaso.
Yeah, that's it.
O question obisa no modu se enti na ye court ye ka se ye court a ye nyina na ye court isan se ohwe mrase bedwam a ye wo enkonwa 275 by the 9th parliament you know about 276 constituencies because one constituency about become am na 276 constituencies.
Oh, okay.
Now you can constituency so there na ye timamufo ye na ye anamsifo no maka kwetwehia e wo ho edunti se mrahye bedwam e wo court a na e kire se ye nyina e na ye wo bra ye nyina na ye wo court ni nyina no e se Yamamra 1992 constitution no the checks and balances atoto yamamu ne ho
okay
na my Ghana so no yen constitution no na ye supreme
okay
enye omampanyin na enye nabedi akirifo na enye mrahye bedwa na enye yebeka say any of the constitutional bodies no because article 2 Article 1-2 a ekire tumi a ye de ahye ye mra kunyi no emu enunti se ye mra kunyi no na epanyi de a na ye kese de a eburu obi aso de a eno kire se obi ati ehye emra no ase saa na mra se bedwa so ti hye emra na ase na emra no de ntoto ye agu ho no mo a se de ebe ya pepe yo ene kroje yo ebe koso wo ye mem ha se ye be maka bi ma minkawi amamu no akonkan na obi ntiatia obi fa ahodie so na obi fa de tumi ensisi obi na ebe ma oman no atumpon na no mrahye bedwafo kodi asetena na ansa na wo bekọ asetena no na NDC mrasebedwani a ono no ye Tamale South mrasebedwani Yewura Haruna Idrisu
Tamale South
akoka no NDC rally ase se omukọ asetena mrasebedwa akọ asetena ebenada omo be move motion ama speaker declare for parliamentary seats be vacant esan se mrasebedwafo ni bi a omo sa mrasebedwamu no aye omo adwen se omo kọ kontonkro bako ewo NDC amanyuko ni ma eye Amanfi Central Yewura ono abokọ atiaka
okay
ena mienu ewo MPP amanyuko ni ma ye maame Cynthia Mamle Morrison Aguna West ena yenua penyin a ogina ho masuhum Kodwo Asante
okay
enso ko kontonkro ena onua honorable Esiama a oye kontonkro no so no a file to contest on the ticket of the New Patriotic Party na to the NDC ene omunchechiremu ewo ye Ghana ya mamra nim under article 97 1G and H no e kire se enuanum across carpet esan se omunti ase wo sa amra nim no e se once a omo se omo kọ kontonkro no de na je se omo atwe omo ho afiri amanyuku a omo gina so e de ba amra se bedwamu no eso
okay
ena kontonkro so mrasebedwamu no e kontonkro mrasebedwamu no so no once ono so akọ filing the nomination on the ticket of the NPP no so no e kire se ono so no eja kontonkro na to ho no mo e de no akọbata amanyuku eno nti to them no de the provision of article 97 1G and H in a ripe and until our speaker declare seat in vacant
okay
and we are no more award do nafa ebe kan say majority side no so no Yewura Alexander Kwame na afenyo markets edi won anim no enso so e de wo mo so nkyiremu e wo saa amamre yi no wonte ase e bai
okay
na wonte ase no so ma ehu say ampa in the life of every parliament you know unique because mrasebedwa no ye wo first parliament second parliament of the fourth republic a be see the ye wo mi a ye the eighth parliament of the fourth republic
okay
na mrasebedwa no so once a unique no e wo start date and e wo end date enu nti na mrasebedwafo no se omuwie wo madwuma a ye dissolve parliament no na oyeje wo kwan etua ex gratia kwankwa Jessica e de ja won kwan na wo mo mbesanya akwanya bio se omo san kwotena mrasebedwa mu bio no ya san so na mo di nsi foforo na a new parliament no so ase
good
eti tudodo no e de eye obi se okọ the ninth parliament no obese oba ninth parliament Ghana for ye na doma because take it say as far as the composition of parliament eye concern no the Ghanaian people and the compose parliament
yeah
Ghana for and to aba and omo hyehyɛ sɛ de mrasebedwa no omo pɛ no sɛ Madina for sɛ ene omo pɛ sɛ Yewura okumkom ena enkom mrasebedwa mu a na sosu entena fie a Ghana for Madina for na akasa enu nti obi antimi ntina mrasebedwa mu emfa wada kwan bi so ensesa de Madina for ahyɛ sɛ omo pɛ sɛ omo yɛ na mom enipa ne se mesa akɔ manfo nan so na me kɔ manfo nan so de a me kɔ akɔka kyerɛ omo sɛ me gina MPP amanyoko ne dim ne bae na nso ombe mama kwanya bi ewu de a me pɛ sɛ me kɔ ekogina omo anamu de a me kɔ ginam kontonkro eno ne for the future parliament no majority ne say omo nkɔfo a anuanom omo ne omo ye business e o mrasebedwam no obi anka sɛ one omo agyae adwumayɛ omo ye adwuma bom
okay
omo ntete omo ntam
even though omo declare omo intention
the ninth parliament no omo nkɔ on the ticket of the party na omo kɔ wo mrasebedwam ne bio
okay
omo pɛ sɛ omo ba mrasebedwam bio kontonkro nti omo de amanebɔ ne kɔ bɔ omo manfo so omo manfo gye tum sɛ e wo sɛ omo ba mrasebedwam sɛ kontonkro anaasɛ oba mrasebedwam sɛ ogina MPP amanyoko no ticket so a na omo makwanya omo ba omo ahosuo na asesa
okay
edo nti sam pempenso na NDC for minority no ehye esre speaker sɛ onyina so na ombutu anuanom enan na konwa e o mrasebedwa fie no etwetwe aso na etia yɛn amamra no edo nti no obesre speaker sɛ yɛn kwagye nkyiremu e wo Supreme Court
okay
Ghana ha etiefo nti ase sɛ only the Supreme Court of Ghana ena yamamra no constitution na ma ne tumi and article 131 say otimi ede yen constitution ni mu nkyerɛkyerɛmu ba say any of the provisions under the 1992 constitution na Supreme Court nko a ene kasa constitution ni ho a esi ginaye eno nti say minority for to twɛn no srɛ ne abasa majority for to twɛn no srɛ ne abasa de a ɛne yɛnkɔ Supreme Court nan so na yɛnkɔ gye mu.
Okay. And ɛhɔ no na the right place I saw komoko.
ɛhɔ no the right place I also saw komoko.
All right.
And Article 131 of the 1992 Constitution.
Okay,
Article 132 of the 1992 Constitution na empo court Constitution na nkasa creature of the Constitution na yɛde tumi ama ɔmo sɛ ɛba atɛntene a ɔmo na entoto ɛma ɔman ma ɛne ɔman no. Article 132 no ɛhyɛ court na apart from Supreme Court no, Court of Appeal, High Court, Regional Tribunal, Circuit Court, District Court, Juvenile Court, all the other courts, Family Tribunal, Family Court, decide the money say assembly be towa aboboano. Na assembly be towa aboboano no. Say there's a question of constitutional interpretation and na say menteme ho ase bi ewo ginayesie mu ewo monte ase ewo amamra no ebi mu a emra no and Article 132 no share court ne say onyina ho ontwetwe ne nase ewo ho na on refer the question of constitutional interpretation no efa koma Supreme Court ma Supreme Court no efa na no nsi say the sa asem no kan say amamra no constitution no etre na Supreme Court ne kasa wi a lower court no afa na the Supreme Court no kan ye no omo de aye adwuma.
Okay.
Edunti said the na parliament obi e kire na say mu different minority forecast once or file for so more contesting it a parliament way 8th parliament majority for also say a future intention any idea no it means that Article 97 1G and H no emunda ho enye clear.
Okay.
Enunti na e wose yeswa na yeke ye de koto Supreme Court abobo ano e wose nka speaker of parliament ene ke disa dwumedi anim say enuanom me na me ye mrase bedwam ache amehene na sade ya mamra etie nie once a yente ye ho ase efo omo me bonkum kire mu omadwen mu no sei netie omo me nifa so kire mu sei netie no mini tumi se me kirem esi ginaye ewo ho enu nti yensoa na ye fa nkoma obeka se asase so nyamefo no the law lot no na omo fa nkire mu embra na fe no de omo beka no yensi ginaye na ye fa nye adwuma.
That is what a speaker should have done.
That is what speaker should have done.
In your year, no, Bruni Beka said he arrogated certain powers.
Me baho.
Okay, good.
Me baho come and come on yet.
Yo, Marty.
Onia Alexander Kwame na Afenyo Kings or a lawyer ni. Speaker Baben ye lawyer ni. Afenyo Kings. Enti asemu no who says the name ekono. Ena Article 21 of the 1992 Constitution so no ehyetima mu ni bi o ye Ghana ni bia se uhu se emra bi anadwumadie bi ene yamamra no eye ebo abira utimi egina Article 21 so na obe invoke the original jurisdiction Supreme Court no tumi a wo so didi dwuma no obe invoke kan say obe sre omo se omo fa omo gina omo tumi so na omo ntu anamo a wo be sere so omo ntu sa anamo na omo nyehwemu na omo si gina ye e wasem.
All right.
Afenyo Kent court before the Supreme Court no say Supreme Court no interpret Article 97 1G na ho aba asem e o mrasebedwam a mrasebedwafo ente won ho ase a obia including ye ne organ nyina obia can different. They will sympathize with NDC amanyoko no follow NDC for there. They will sympathize with majority MP before no so no follow the MP before can no. Na just say o man nan kasemu no yensi ginaye na de bema yesi ginaye eye se court batan no ebe si ginaye wo sa asem no so na afi no o man nyina no aye baako na ye de etu anamon. Afenyo court this saman krata ebre Brasebedwafo. Speaker of Parliament Ashem Brasebedwafo say until say Edwadan Kwa and I'll be timid saman krata abre Brasebedwafo because Brasebedwafo ewo immunity under the Constitution and Article 117 and 118 of the Constitution because amamrano ye no ye yesua suahunu bi wo mu a ye de boy ho ban say wan hwe ya nka Hank Parliament we ho no mu a NDC 137 MPP 137 no ɛne asa appointed ministers ne ade wɔ yemu ɛno nti no ɛnyɛ de bia na benya MPP dodo ni nyina so metena ma se bedwa obi wɔ ha ne ho dodo no ɛne ade ɛno nti sɛ woanya wo members na de bɛyɛ ne sɛ bia yɛde executive authority ebe tata minorities no o chi ne call police station o de ne call court o ye nsi ne se onya kwan ma mrase bedwam se de be ya aban benya ne tumi o de ya adwuma enu nti no emra no ede hyehyɛ bi asi hɔ no mo a esi saa ne ma no kwan a ɔkɔ mrase bedwam a untumi enkɔkye no ofiri mrase bedwam so so eba untumi enkɔkye no ɛna untumi serve court process wɔ no so because yes serve court process wɔ so a ɛyɛ command of the chief justice sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ upie court anim na ube show court ana sɛ ube si gyinaye de senti a asama yɛde ato so ɛwɔ emra mu no court no ɛmfa ɔhyɛ ɛnto so enti no
me pacho say because of the immunity no say yɛmfa ne sɛ member of parliament bi akɔgyina mmarahyɛ bedwam na waka nsɛm a meminim sɛ ɛnyɛ nokore ɛfa me ho a because of that immunity ntimi ntumi mfa ne nkɔkɔt ntumi nyɛ ne hwee
dabi sɛ yɛka immunity na ɔmo wɔ immunity during proceedings ɛna yɛ immunity against arrest and prosecution sɛ ɔkɔ adwuma a untimi police ntimi nkye mmarahyɛ bedwani wɔ kwan so ɛna ofiri mmarahyɛ bedwam so kofi a untimi nkye no and as I serve court process on noa, I just say oh serving through the speaker.
Okay.
Say there be a speaker be there dance here sampa. Sa brady or nyamra se bedwa adwuma eno nti no obetimi de saman krata amano. Ene sa ne ma ne nyina. Ah yate ye ho ase e wo sa ne ma.
Okay, enko enu.
Eno nti ebra court akrache for saman for the saman krata ne call ye no. De di kan o manje. De toso mienu.
Hwan anje.
Mra se bedwa legal department no o manje saman krata no.
Okay, because of arrangement speaker yes say so between serve on Mondays. Okay, good. That's
because
clear.
Any speaker nkwan ni to me yes ade no.
Yeah.
Omo ne chief justice then enu yebo a his lordship mo etu sa na mo no e na ye ma me get araba is about tokon no ba no so no ono so no ahyemu kina say ye be serve mra se bedwa only on mandate o mate o mo ho ase because of immunities and article 118 117 118
ade a ya jatum. Okay.
And when you say court no issue what the chief justice issue what you call a practice direction dodo ni nyina no esom court ni de adwuma as if say it operates like a rule of the court e de adwuma man ye
Good.
And when you omo attempted service no and okay the high court civil procedure rules na CI 47 na order 7 no e kire e kwan e fa so e de saman krata e koma obi a ya saman no so omra meyi ne ho ano e court.
Okay, good.
Na e ka pefe say ukona se nipa no ye ne ho chenchen ana onya no obeprawo ana so obetimi e de aba bi abo ana oye ne ho so onje a utimi e de krata no eto ne nchen a waseve no it constitute valid service
no one ever say ampa o de ade ne to ne nchen is between you and the person
bailiff no wanya ja to nchen no de onhwe ma wo mfa wo nsan wonani na wo mpra no ana so onye ne bibi once I already say onje process na de sa na so say ojai to nchen so obeto ato nchen yo obeja ato nchen yo emra ne say it should be near as possible.
Okay.
And into ojai to nchen a no akwako issue certificate atoso ewo docket ne so sam pass wa serve and it constitute valid service. And into say wo ye mra se bedwani ana say wo ye parliament na practice direction ne kire wo say only on Mondays na ya be serve o ebia Wednesday na etia the process na on chiro krata enkoma the judicial secretary say return any process no back to the judiciary say onje because say you have been wrongly said.
Okay, nti ho no dey na say what is the right
thing to do and say obe enter appearance and appearance are enter no say you are submitting yourself under the jurisdiction of the court oji court ni tumi atum eduti ase court na tumi ase say no kre o de krata na breme nanso so no emramu no was say ofa A ofa B ofa C so na wamfa saa kwan ne so eno timeji a enye yi che friend say conditional appearance now we file motion to requested or praying say court no entwa service na obe serve wonim na onfa mra kwan so na o me serve ofofo etia no enya court dan ho ene ye ka saa asem no ye ka no court dem.
Okay, enye court down ho.
Enye court down.
By can court dem.
Eti krata na omuni nka tworo no speaker e ma na krata fo e de nsa sha ase tworo koma judicial secretary no eno ne ye court down ho krata tworo. E na omuni nka tworo no. A enu mpo no e kire se we book court no enimtia because parliament no amre no ho ase an she court no to me ase
because omonya speaker or minim.
You see, they are trying to project parliament as the supreme body or parliament as a supreme entity in this country.
Yeah.
And Ghana, you practice the Westminster system of parliamentary supremacy.
Which is
okay. English abrochimemo. English abrochimemo. Omo written constitution said your constitution, you know, yachro no black and white. Now your number from article 1 to article 200 and something na you know. Omo the end there yachro. It's omo constitution in this, omo parliament in this. And unti say omo nya problem with their unwritten constitution na act of parliament amra sebedwa behye no ebetwa sa unwritten constitution nim. And unti no uko UK a English memo a omo parliament no e wo tumi kese echen omo amamra omo
de no
omo de no.
Good.
Ba yen de no de yen amamra no e na wo tumi kese echen omampanyin e wo tumi kese echen mra sebedwa e wo tumi kese echen court no.
There's the constitution.
The Constitution of the Republic of Ghana and Article 1-2 no. It's the to me a constitution na kese chen obia including even the Supreme Court of the Republic of Ghana. Enunti krata na speaker man na krata for chirokoma judicial secretary no. Sebi you say eni atra enton. Eni atra enton. Enchire obuo enchire ni die. Amfa mra kwan so court dan ho abobo. Data subio.
It's a sorry state because it's coming from the Parliament of Ghana. I say Ubeka say the right thing.
I'm a parliament a laughing stock.
Yes.
Obi who say Ghana say mu nimra so. Data subio. Ebra service no omo serve omo a speaker NTA ne Yawada okotena ase osre mrasebedwa ebenada se okotena se na wakodwene asem omde ato nanim no minority na raise no na majority na respond no okotena se na wakotwero na num asem no de amane abebo mrasebedwa no.
Okay.
Flag bearer yen kai Ghana for say mrasebedwa ewo bibi efe standing orders of parliament. Standing orders of parliament no nimudro eti say constitutional instrument CI and as an LI. A subsidiary legislation.
Okay, yeah.
Osha the hierarchy of laws and Article 11 na Constitution in number 1. Number 2, Act of Parliament. Number 3, CI, Constitutional Instrument, LI, any other subsidiary legislations.
Okay.
Now about common law, any any other aspects of your laws I become forming the body of laws of Ghana. And ebra sa standing orders in 2000 standing orders na mrasebedwa wo no na ewom under order 18 no say speaker etimi declare parliamentary seat vacant.
Okay.
Mrasebedwa hu say sa tumi na omode ahye omo standing orders ni ma standing subsidiary legislation no under order 18 no ene article 99(1)(a) of the 1992 constitution no ebo ebra esan say it is only the High Court of the Republic of Ghana and they want to me say otimi declare parliamentary seat vacant.
Okay, good.
And the to me the High Court no constitution you know a creation of the constitution is to me you know High Court no otimi fa a subsidiary legislation and I say a CI and I standing orders are na hunsuo no endru constitution endru act of parliament na ye below that no entimi fa sa to me you know enye adwuma.
Okay.
And in the standing orders of 2023 no parliament esesa almost standing orders no omo hu say no eyemfomso into omo ankasa changes amra no ewo almost standing orders nim say order 18 now the speaker will communicate the vacancy as to the vacancy of a parliamentary seat to members of parliament. Now communicate he gives information or a conveyor belt.
Good.
It will High Court to me under Article 99(1)(a). Now Supreme Court to me so no na interpreting or enforce constitution na. Now sa to me a constitution Supreme Court no any obia enchair. Echira wo say the yera baben etna na konwam ne armchair mu on Yawada 17th October 2024 in the year of our Lord. constitute itself into a Supreme Court. Interpret Article 97, 1G and H to mean, say, and you are now or declare or future intention if it is endorsed by the sovereign will of the Ghanaian people, by the 9th Parliament, which is a unique parliament, the decision of the 8th Parliament, and you're binding on the 9th Parliament,
That's right.
Vacant, of our Supreme Court to me to interpret a provision of the Constitution now. Ya drain NCP ewo ho.
Papa to me any day.
Na onim. Na no na making kanya na meko hu say Mirror Justice William Atuguba. Abetro obekasa. Kasa na me hwese na say eh. Ye papa William Atuguba and say the position of the Supreme Court. Say eba lower court na say provision of the Constitution clear. The lower court must enforce it. In ex parte Zaneto in 2016. Yera Tuguba Ekasama Supreme Court no ebra yema Zaneto Agyapong Rollins. Ni amashite no de court ma high court no etwa na elections na NDC elections occur in 2015 of Clote. Mu say unqualified because she wasn't a registered voter. No on toaba on show ni din e wa abato ongumanim. Erinti no say Ojinami yeto no so aba a breach of Article 94(1)A of the 1992 Constitution. Erinti no etiamra enti wadi nkunimu no former MP no ne others ne so omo ti omo hwase a enyeyi high court ne omo ya adwen se ampa 94(1)A ne ka se e wo se yes Ghana ni na wanya mfisi aduonu baako na watwere wudin abato ongumanim eno nti se oncho ne din abato ongumanim de a ene ne qualification NCP eno nti se o contest a enyeyi okọ Supreme Court ekọ appeal ye no the Supreme Court ne kasafa Yera Tuguba mu enie o say High Court judge no e can say Article 94(1)A no e clear because ya tro no brofo kasem say o so ye Ghana ni wanya mfishi aduonu baako 21 years na wa tro din wo watintim din e wa abato ngomanim enti wontintim ne din abato ngomanim de a hene na ojina me yeto so aba ne de a enyeyi. The mere fact that High Court judge ne kasa no amounts to interpretation of the Constitution because wafa Supreme Court ne tumi a or no ye di bobo ho because oba ne so say Zaneto say Electoral Commission so be limited registration in the future before general elections. And until the mere fact say only on register here no doesn't mean say edru ho no more on register.
Okay,
until oba no so raise another question e was say ye dey purposiveness. Ena etimi ebobo Constitution ni ehu ni puma sibre. Enu nti senka ni amahitenom etwen. Ema Electoral Commission be a limited registration no. Ena oba na register there a ene na nka omunyina so na omo ka se unqualified no ebre na ye dey aso. But se sie ne de ebre no enso ye
very good.
So that is the spirit and the letter of the Constitution and Article 94(1)A. And nti Yera Tuguba ejina Supreme Court so ka say obi bia no obetimi aka say a provision of the Constitution no clear insofar as flag bearer eka echiremu different na Afoakwa nso chiremu different no na yente ye ho ase ewo de Constitution no amamra bia ye kan no echire no de ewo se ye gina ho na ye de ba Supreme Court na Supreme Court no echiremu that is the current position of the court. NBC for a benefit from this ruling no and na ma ye nua ba Zaneto Agyapong Rollins abay mra se bedwani e wo Clote constituency e won crime antem ha
wo chira de we lecturer ye koso
say
the education pa
enti se wo hwe se be nsem na kwakoduru na speaker etam Supreme Court ni tumi e de share ne ho e church ebobo constitution ni mu no owie ye no na ote ase no ankasa hu so enuanom no across carpet and also for High Court 2 minutes and the dware no Article 99(1)A and also see how they onya to me and we declare seat ni vacant and if we betena ne armchair mu e wo parliament say speaker and of order 18 no and the information no e ma amra se bedwa o yes how dey we wie no ni fiada and afenyo markings e call back to the Supreme Court. Oko file what we call an ex parte application to the Supreme Court.
And also
ex parte application simply means a application that you are not putting the other parties on notice, the defendants on notice. Omo nyawe se wo court. Eno ex parte application judge no kra betimi atie o e wo ne chamber.
Okay.
Obetwa tie o ne chamber because
emfa ho say nipa ogogoye onim ho.
Say nipa nim ho hwe.
Okay.
Eno nti no your deposition we deposit wo affidavit mu no a e kire unyina so nti a o ba abra nipa eso omuyi omo ho ano no enya awe no e na wo be ka kire court wo ko kire court no the afenyo ko kan nyina ma court ne tie ye ne say one asem say ni say na si omra se bedwam wodi kan e de saman krata abeto court ha wodi call ye no say na parliament ye now speaker no akoso e declare seat ni vacant. Seat na declare ni vacant no e change the configuration of parliament, the composition of parliament. Say ye mane kwaso gina ho no mo a dodo no e ba be ketewa e ma ketewa na ba be dodo. E no e be ma government business aban edwumadie e wo mrase bedwam no abre because of the hang parliament situation, you know. So aban edwumadie nso so ebre a e ye Ghana for e na ebre. Ebie nso so no se wo hwe constituencies a almost so 4 MPs ne be affected na. There is no opportunity because Yamamra no eka say okay article 112 na eka pefe say 3 months to general elections are yenye by election e Ghana ha and as you no aka be 40 something days am yakoto aba and there's no way e be try by election na ma timamufu e wo ho to aba yi mra se bedwafo no enya opportunity eyi anamsifo amama ko gina ma name e mra se bedwam until self parliament ne be dissolve and nti ebe occasion what we call irreparable damage. Say ade mpo a saa situation betin ama by election aba ama dodo no asan take decision esigina ye say saa nuanomi esan komra se bedwam based on their current position and also omo ko say de omo call no na enka Supreme Court ne betin age omo asem na tum say emfa or how emma because there is an opportunity to correct that mistake by the people omo de omo komra se bedwam no but whereas there's no an opportunity no there is what we call an irreparable damage. Sa or how de beba no untimi mfa sika ensiesie no untimi mfa bibia ensiesie na de or how kese ebeba and the Supreme Court no ejina ne tumi so e de ohye eto speaker ne ruling na say ne nyina ne gina yesi a osi wo mra se bedwam on 17 September no so say enkotwere ho a stay of execution. Okay. There no kire ne say there oye majority there oye minority until say court no ebetie asem no ni pomponso ankasa na wasi ginaye e wasem na ankasa mu ansa na the court beka no mrase bedwa e de ayadwuma. Okay. Na utie mrase bedwafo a say ai na court no interfere in the process and the proceedings in parliament judicial interference and I Yamamra ne kan pefi say mrase bedwafo e wo tumi say omoye emra omode beye omudwumadie e wo mrase bedwam ba sa emra no beye e de aye dwumadie omo mrase bedwam no must be in conformity with the constitution. Supreme Court na so asa siginaye e wo sa asem ya ho say e wo Justice Abulai versus Attorney General say Parliament are masters of their own procedures but subject to the constitution. Nia wo beye no ene emra no bo abira judicial review ebetimi ayeden abem. Okay. Court ne betimi aba no abetene ho say de wo ye no enye emra kwan so no enye parliament ene hye emra eye the Criminal and Other Offences Act no say ubo oye boni bi wo ho no mo a so akukọ repi obi ukokum obi ene sa ne ye sa boni ne to so a ye chewa yedi kwara se ma obi o enye mra se bidwa na ye sa mra no. Oh, okay. Enye Supreme Court ene strike out sa mra no say e unconstitutional because under Article 19 no accused persons are presumed innocent until proven guilty. Eduti say wo di nipa no e restrict no on say because ye dey atoro say why sa abone no nti why edunti no nifa ahodie bia na it's an affront to the right of the person. Okay. Supreme Court no standing down as void and of no effect. I see. Edunti mrase bedwa adwuma no no. Emra mrase bedwa ahye bebre mo mampangini ne nsa ahye ase bebre ho no mo a Supreme Court no etwa emra ne bebre mu say ye adwuma enye because ene ye constitution ebo ebra. Enunti say Supreme Court itimi yes ade a ade na speaker Emma esi jina ya normal ruling bi dia Supreme Court entimi emma ho.
Wonderful. Lawyer, me say ube so udu mu ho na maji aboafo nkrato be sima. I think say education no ekoye papa me enjoying it. Me gidi say also o enjoy. Nti frɛ obi a ne refi say dwumadie no ekoso. The sit show on the 2 television. So me gi aboafo nkrato be sima na maba.
We have products such as mobile phones, television sets ranging from 24 inches to 86 inches, air conditioner from 1.5 horsepower to 2.5 horsepower. We have washing machine, refrigerators, Bluetooth speakers, CCTV cameras, and many more. For bulk purchasing and retailing, visit any of our shops nationwide or our website at www.francotrading.com. You can call the numbers on the screen for any assistance. Please note, do not pick any number apart from these numbers. Franco Trading Enterprise, still the home of quality mobile phones, accessories, and your home appliances.
Welcome to Awo's Unisex Boutique, where comfort and style is our hallmark. Original Italian leather bags, shoes, belts for both men and women. Talk about looking your best and standing out on all occasions. 5 to 10% discount on all products. Clearance sales rack, 50% discount on shoes. And now Awo's Creation, where you find authentic African creation for men, women, and children. Visit us online or in store. In behind the Ghana Police Depot, in Jolu at Jolu Junction, opposite the First Atlantic Bank, at the airport, Terminal 3, Departure C3, opposite Sunbra Lounge, and now in East Legon, Shiashi Boundary Road, next to Two Guys Supermarket. Call us on 0244 649 379. That's 0244 649 379. Awo's Unisex Boutique, comfort and style.
All be lie. Thank you, boss. See you next week.
Yo, where is my passport? Where is my passport? Hey, man, I want to Waba.
What is that about?
And then it's special.
Give me my passport.
Relax.
You made me pay for express for 24 hours, and yet it's not in.
You told me that you are telling me this.
What's going on? Hello.
This man here has taken my money. That within 24 hours, he'll do my passport for me.
Oh, see, that's the same thing applies to me. He told me last night. He's telling me this week.
Process. That's what they do.
Yeah. Oh, madam. Please relax. I'll get for you in 24 hours.
Hey, Goroma. So you never change? Eh? You get passport for someone within 24 hours, Madam Obwa. See, the normal working hours is 9 to 5. Eh? Not 24 hours, yeah, I'm fat. I'm fat. You guys have made a very big mistake by trusting these people. Now, through digitalization, passport application has been made so easy. Now, you don't need to stress yourself and join any long queue for your passport. All you have to do is to log on to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs website and begin your application.
Oh, sir!
By buying a passport application voucher online. Simple and easy. And very soon, all you need to get your passport will be your Ghana card.
What is it true?
Yeah, Obisa. It is possible.
You are so quiet, you didn't know this. I feel like this.
Come on, no. Right. Come on.
Also, you hear the feel when you go around. We feel like I hear say the EC they register people for secret too. Add thousands of names to the register. I no go lie you. I hear say they do that for the EC headquarters self. Oh yes, and they tell you that they add thousands of names to the ruling party in Stronghold, when they delete thousands of names for the opposition in Stronghold. I tell you.
If the rumors about the electoral commission be true, then this election will be free and fair.
Yeah, my thinking exactly. This is the table of men. So you left the women can't join the table. This is a hard guy.
Relax. The easy for come remove them off by fire, by force.
Oh yeah,
the for come remove them off.
That one, the for come because I'm sorry to disturb you. I couldn't help but overhear your concerns. So I beg, make her put your heart at ease more. Look, a lot of these rumors and hearsay you have been talking about, a lot of them, it will be true. Many of them are just lies. It will be true. How shall I? Like, first of all, I am with the Electoral Commission, so I get all the correct feel like people. So let me break it down for you. All right? See, first, 21 days before the registration exercise, the Electoral Commission publishes the location of all registration centers across the country in the Gazette. And every single political party knows the exact location of every single registration center throughout the country. In fact, do you know that the political parties, they have their agents at every registration center? It's not just the agents alone. Even accredited observers are also right there at the registration centers.
It makes sense. But how the parties will know say the numbers be accurate?
See, every single day, all the political parties, they receive start of day and end of day reports. In fact, that is exactly how they collate the total number of registered voters at that particular registration center.
How about the final numbers that the EC publish?
Look, the figures that the Electoral Commission publishes, it always matches with the figures collated by the political parties themselves.
The registration process is very transparent like that.
Bam! It be fringing, it be clear as daylight, my brother. Look, number one, the Electoral Commission only tallies registered voters from gazetted locations, which are known by the political parties and which have political party agents and accredited observers present. And the most important part is that the figures that are published by the Electoral Commission always tallies with the figures collated by the political parties themselves.
Now we know the truth. We will never fall for this life. We will fall for this life. We will never fall for this life. We will never.
Look, you should know that the Electoral Commission stands for transparency and accountability in motion. Anyway.
Now you know the truth about the voter registration. The EC ensures a transparent process at every step. Share this information and help stop the spread of misinformation. Remember, the EC no go fit add one figure self to the registered voters. The 2024 election registration process, it be frinchim, it be clean, no kululu.
Yo, Misamo Akwa Babium at the bar, the seat show, so for the flag bearer and the material, and then me guest, lawyer, Enoch, Afoakwa, a private legal practitioner. My minfa, YouTube messages no kakra na yenko Loveless Owuswa Sante, say lawyer, you are too much. Say the Loveless Owuswa Sante, say greetings from the United Kingdom. Yo, Loveless, yeah, that's say Oshe Yemfi, United Kingdom. Loveless Kura say, whatever you said last week about this Bagbin case has come to pass even before the final decision. Yo, Loveless. Any what I show when you coupon on shall pay no abo afofo so aman yes I had ye di no kre nkwa. Or say Loveless Kura, I say again, can you explain why Bagbin can use his own private lawyers and use the taxpayers' money to pay them? This, I believe, is against the law. Lawyer, with the major amount, Loveless person, I didn't say speaker, it me using the private lawyers. Now, ye ankasa or mine, ye tuya ehonka. Or no ankasa or say, how can he procure Thaddeus Sorry to pay him 5,000 Ghana cedis a month and also pay him 300,000 cedis anytime he represents him at the Supreme Court? I have just read that the Ghana Procurement Authority declined Bagbin's request 2 years ago, but he declined in adhering to their refusal letter. Roberto Francesconi was a lawyer of wisdom, no size. Not just a lawyer, but come on. Sandra Swansea or say the speaker wants to take Ghanaians for granted. He sees himself as the president. Yo, nkoso amfa mu YouTube messages no embra. Yeda mo asepa say mo hwe jumede lawyer. Yen wrap up on why we are even in court now.
So basically, we share the entire court na. Ni nyina asem ni nyina ni o. Say speaker, na adwuma say speaker. Na emra emu controversies na ebaye no ojai edema Supreme Court
the right institution for interpretation
exactly because sabi
wonderful
so yewura jonkuma nyame fa ne currency yi ofiri mu yi no mrase bedwam obi anim se yewura no afrim ebusuafo de amanebo ekobo mrase bedwa ebo mampanyin mrase bedwa e de red band ebo na konwa na oteso mrase bedwam eno nti automatically obi a wafiri mu de ye nyina anim se the seat na yede vacant.
Okay.
The death certificate or to prove say we're free. It is such a person who declare the seat and I say communicate the vacancy of the seat now. A direct. There's no controversy.
Yes.
NDC happen so Professor Wayo saying na oye NDC mrasebe dwani. Ochro ne nsa no krata say oni NDC amanyokuo no ensom ewo mrasebe dwamu bio.
Okay.
Eno nti obeso join MPP amanyokuo no. Actual resignation letter edema Speaker of Parliament then. Okay. Speaker and so no communicate edema Electoral Commission. Ye declare the seat vacant. Emma yet to aba because there was no controversy.
Okay.
Ye dissolve Parliament ye dissolve Parliament obi akonya ye butu no.
Okay.
And until there are some matters enye contentious.
Okay.
But as to the intention, future intention or current intention of Nipano, because here why you say no, it was within the life of the same parliament. And also me nam NDC amanyoko no so ene bae. Nenso so mrasebe dwem ha ya idea. Many NDC amanyoko no enye business bio. Enti mbese me ko join MPP amanyoko no e wo mrasebe dwem. Enti eno no amount to a clear case of cross carpeting.
Okay, enti eno no e ma ye to me declare the seat no vacant.
Vacant. You or no can resign.
Yes.
Automatically from the party or the bar mrasebe dwem. But when
it was within the life of that parliament.
That same parliament.
Okay.
But wait there, senka flag bearer wadaroma. Say election 2024. Nka ye tono and I file nomination on the 5th of January. Ne ato aba 6th of January. Ne ya swear omu 7th of January. And Quebec so be across the carpet. E wo mra sebe dwamana.
No, it's not possible.
I didn't think it possible.
5th and ya to aba.
5th and ya file nomination.
Ya file nomination.
And 6th ya to aba. 7th no. Mra sebe dwana 6th na nwumre no. Mra sebe dwana da na omadwuma ba wiye. Ye dissolve no.
Dissolve.
7th no. Ya swear mra sebe dwa foforo no.
New
parliament
yes.
So what you say? Because the electoral cycle no a process na nye event nti no
exactly
e wo say chance free baby ne ko do
baby
enu nti say ya ma mra ne 7 January yenji o mampanyi entum ene mra se bedwafo no entum na omo take the reins of leadership of the country a untimi chance closely because bibia betimi asi enu nti o so chance free baby e bia November ana October file of nomination will be ya check obi anka atasem ene sa na ema ni nyina the question is say otra mra se bedwama ene ye resi amada so ye adwuma oda so ye business with the majority group ye mame Mamile Morrison Cynthia eda so ye business with the majority group was it kwaku Kwadwa Sante eda so ye business with the majority group no na ye Rakwachiaka eda so ye business with the minority group minority party no say the tail end of the administration ena omo file a adechi ye koto aba na adechi na nwumre ye dissolve the current parliament no adechi a ya swear in foforo a enko kade ye kenke be kan na so that comes to say now it is a pure case of a constitutional question I also a mass Supreme Court ne kwan na Supreme Court no with the spirit, the letter and the spirit of the Constitution, you know, what the true meaning of Article 97, 1G and H, no, etie. Na ye si jina ye ho, na ye koye nimu no, yetimi aka say, and Article 97, 1G and H, no, etie. Na be a guiding light, ama ye nyina. Said ye be ya, in the 9th Parliament, in the 10th Parliament, you know, si yensi sansa provision in the Constitution na, abe boye nyina ye ho ban, na edi yako, na controversy ya, ye wom sabre, you know. Yen cause a controversy no ebio. Okay.
You better see. I'm say me second way no indirectly no one answer, but I still want you to throw more light on say. Na edien pa na seka ye to avoid us in this state.
Good. Ni wasan ki nyina ye say nipa o this problem or how kese we aba. Speaker of Parliament. Na se bedwe ma chia me hene. Ene ye problem kese e was how ya beto ho TCA no a speaker problem because to me anyone to me oni to me amamra no fam no eno no kono akohwehwe ye kofae e dia be ye adwuma e dia be duru be ye duru ya amabe kasa tenten ye nyina ye kirem de ye pe ebinu kura wa abonten a omoko ho ntokwa ene ebidi ebinu atem kasa tia kasa ntwitwie ene niema ensem fata ni nyina no Right Honorable Alban Kingsford-Sumano Baben oye mrase bedwe ma chiame hene e de sa how we nyina aba e beto na nimu no e na oka say de bonkuma kani de nifa kani say de empo court akese a e wo Ghana ha omo wotumi say e ba say yensiesi asam ne fa mra nya adwuma omo de ye no such questions no e beto omo nimu a this omo de koma court ba tan no no esigina ye wo ho na omo afade aye adwuma a onso nchen sa amra no because opese ruling no o ka ye no it take effect ye enforce with the force of law
no say oma ne politically ni no take greater part of him because
ya
wo kan there na seka onu emranim ni no he knew what he should have done
chiniya ye rababen e de akowura mra se bedwem no eye sabio eye bamuchine ye ahemfo akese yewura otumfo osetutu abebi onom yewura yanan dani yewura yananom echini akese no enu bi no de yewura mase bedwem even chini akwa na NDC presidential candidate yewura Mahama Yusu no de baben yewura mase bedwem no friend say eso chen de Mahama chini ye ono de siri so de ko campaign enu ti e no do how we say nyina beto mrase bedwa so no do how we nyina beto Ghana so na ama ye twe no sre ne abasa but in a way it is good for the sanctity of our democracy because a developing jurisprudence it is time for the institutions of states to rise on their feet no bia ye na dwuma said ye oye no said ye be ya e be ma ya mamra no etimi asipi na sita na ma abeye the guiding dogs of our constitution any our democracy eba your democracy no ejina ho because once upon a time in the history of this country no ye be kasi ye speaker of parliament bi a ono no de tumi a onni no na okohwehwe kofa de be yadwuma emede o haw ene chinwato ene menteme ho ase eba oman ni mu enu nti ye troto ho ebeye Supreme Court ruling be ba no eba be ye decided decision a locus classicus a enuanom ebe call law school a lawyer for ebe call court any some matters be sorry a ye be refer to say ye refer to expert examinator ye can to forward attorney general ye can justice abulai versus attorney general any case akese a ye dey bo MP versus attorney general na ade no ye be kan eno so aka ho na ye abe reference point e ho no mo a ni din so emfree ye amamramu ene ye judicial decisions no mu eda because of issue a wadan na di and ono akasa nim say ne oye no e much ado about nothing. At the end of it all enko wiehwe so o say ye mrekeke asoman say but democracy and ma democracy is expensive no because eye we nyina no ye say sika wo ho eye we nyina ebi didi wo ho eye we nyina ebi so boka wo ho because temamuni the sika watua say eto ye fa me na kwan ye fa me ye nsuo ye fa me ne nkanea ye fa nye free education ye ye fa nye oman ni ye no na ye di tua lawyer for ka
enye bi na ono speaker no anka enye procurement authority for mu di omonasi for man ka o se ye nkotua lawyer eye 3 billion
say enompo no say lawyer na ye na dwuma it has to say sign otua man so be anim
yes
I just auditor general na me ye hu the otua man
lawyers
you see because a state institution no e o say famra kwan so na odi ye na dwuma say de be ya bibia ho ebete e only in Africa and say checks and balances any ho no more you see flag bearer say checks and balances the constitution na provide guarantees we say wo mu a enka de ebi ni to me be ye no enka be chen sorry be te ye Idi Amin nom and the tyrant autocratic regimes and the leaders be ye e be she nipa ne ya e be hwehwura nipa no enka e be chen even under constitutional rule hwe de ebi ni to me kakra a ya pone ho enye say de amo ya pone ho ama wo mo no hwe de omo de ye na kasa 2 million nyina wo ba
de papa de obedi president de na ke bedwane wo Ghana
o unse odun kwani speaker o tihye ne ho so ohene kwotena mrasebedwa se wo hu sa de ha eti a kire wo se waye mrasebedwa mu no like a monarchy waye ne se
an authority to his own
ohene a wodi ni man so a ono obi ankwa abato so
kankabi
de o kankabi de obeye no oye a final ena wanya ebi so hye na chi obi ba jeki fa hu nyina to form ye besi ujesi amawo ena de oye no ho no o de how kese ebeto Ghana fo nyina so
tena muntaka eka ero se or kai speaker Bagbe say oye a speaker of parliament but not a chief
exactly unse okwa ahemfie a sabi nana no manimu a ahemfie yen kamera ho ba ye katumi
yes
enu nti o status ahensem no mra sebedwam no enye mra ro de ye adwuma ho o de tumi ena ye adwuma ho nano yen kwati o say wa join parliament sign it down ampa e womram court really on the quorum matters in Jasabula versus attorney general say your quorum ye dey deliberations and your quorum e take decision na court the ruling stay a friend said the ruling of the speaker mrasebedwa dwumadi court the wo hyeto so say ye fa ntwere ho no mo a eno ye take decision wo ho
say
ye sigina ye wo ho say mrasebedwa ye be bobo ho ne ka se ye beje court na tum ana ye nyintum the court when the court orders a order
you have no option than to comply
and na court convict no sentence here say wo your mampanyi kura na unko fie immediately na take effect wo ho na yes say amoka na de uhyemu ade obetwa ya nse bia wo pressure abajo pressure do no aje ota wo na wo busuafo ana so mo de bedi wo chia beduru a prison gate wo na de wo na mama but unni option bia say I take effect na ye de wo court bia say mra na say emfa wo nko and the court na e de order ma say e order enya fe na mra say bedua court na say ye be take decision you can't take a decision on a court order
you have to act on it
the only decision you can take any they will take ye ya or more the application akọ so omo nko vacate the ruling of the court that's the decision you can take to go before the same court and argue your case out why the orders of the court should not stand why the court should rethink and say should reconsider their decision and kwa na obetumi aye and no so no ye nya no court down ho ye no court dem
okro na okan em den
what you say ye no court dem ye nya no court down ho
mfichire ba bi no akotena ho na oyiye ye nia
but it so oka say wa agene parliament sign it down no meti ho na mehwe ni din na say hey papa yi
dey on won
che say decision me na obeteki say your quorum, your formal quorum, but you need quorum to take a decision. You can't take a decision on a court order. It is an order.
Just comply.
You comply. And it is serving your name as the speaker. It automatically, you're serving order on you. No, it takes effect because you're serving order on you, the speaker. You have to say, it won't even take a decision. Say, you actually mean so. It you team and I say you enjoy and I say you feel same way. Nobody can. Obi anti me say na ye ho. I don't think. Or Parliament signed it down. No, it was unconstitutional because
doesn't Bagman know someone okay.
Yeah.
So he just has to comply with court order, especially from Supreme Court.
Mira, assembly nyina ne say onimo. Nanso Bamuchini ye, chinya kesi yansa no ne bamuchini ye no. Kesi pa na round 1 kesi pa no. Wokọ ogwafetu afasha, hu se na nanom hia, hu chinya kesi pa no. Ha. Sa bamuchini ye no de ewura mra sebedwam no. Be sa bamuchini ye no, eso chen de yewura mahama de kọ campaign. Eso chen de esi odin ketia de kọ campaign. Eno na yewura baben de akọtena mra sebedwam. And so the first time or this action in Ram Rasibedremuno. Now or catch ye Rachemes Abonsua, no ye Bano Cassiano, and Dano Dini say, or no, and a year number 2, or ye number 3 or number 2, trying to assert his authority.
Yes.
To show his space, to show his position in terms of the ranking in the Republic. It's also chasing the Chinian Sopa. And in terms of protocol, now, say, NBCA program no quasia. or a state official in terms of the second arm of government, you know, or a speaker, and in protocol to keep precedence over all others or more. And the Chinian their son, else a China be Ram Rasibidrim. And or if you maybe because we are in an election year.
Yes.
A few months near Kotwaba. And government business. And never do have buying shy about what him before now. Young frustrated said they are buying anti-million and Juma. Because there are some approvals are buying ehia sem rasebedwa ebegia 2 months na buying timi dia yejuma enunti no see ye parliament sakasaka say ya aban dwumadi no bebre ho no mo a ebekọ atwe a ahokere beba Ghana for so eba Ghana for so Ghana for the yaw Ghana for the enibre ababufuo eba koto aba no omoto aba na no makoto aba na ti aban a wote so no na afei no ono no amanyoko na opretumi ama wo mo no any opportunity. It does a game plan on mobile honor. It is not to say omunimi omoka.
Yeah, make it.
So what shadi yewra how na do so akofa asa conversation nyina baaye. Nano yawada speaker agent parliament sign it down no. Mo sister station ba ko interview no. Say ezisie no niaba beto yi no. Why na otumi so be no. How na do so campaign say the ohoy the Supreme Court. E na e otumi say o kan sa asem na da ho no. It's only say Supreme Court na otumi. Because in terms of the interpretation and enforcement of the Constitution now, the Supreme Court has exclusive original jurisdiction in all matters.
Okay.
In all matters.
Okay.
Far interpretation and enforcement of the Constitution.
All right.
And when you say Mrasibedja eye ni ye, say wa anye ni ye no. So we wadwuma say Mrasibedja na ye na mra kwan so a court ombem. Because the business of parliament is a closed book subject to the Constitution. But mostly no ma refer to an old case that Supreme Court na departed from to 4 by Attorney General. In to 4 by Attorney General no Supreme Court na can say the business of parliament in a closed book. Yes, obi antimi ma me hwe parliament yo mo dwumadiem. De on be so mo yo mo ho bia na o metwa yo mo ho parliament ho. But now that position has changed because your constitution we kwa no departed from the position into 4 by Attorney General. Because I say almost time no there's na mra omo kwan so omo ye e de yo mo ankasa dwumadi o parliament no should be in conformity with this constitution.
Okay.
And it's a wo ye dwumadi bi who could declare obi seat vacant e pamle free mra se bedwa fie infringe on the right of the person as an MP. Infringe on the right of his people for representation. Mra se bedwa ma and you take it lightly. See Njaho na obi next time be speaker you abetena se no abetena na komwam then I hereby declare so seats vacant. Any are there to come and frustrate government business. Now ma Ghana for susuya Ghana for the share Mrasebedwa no na omo be change abeto ate sa verdict na emra e ma ho kwan obi court na bebem na court na betene niema enu ti na court ne ho say the utie her leadership the chief justice or say plaintiff no Afenyoma Kensma file or statement of case. Attorney General, our year second defendant, and so I file a statement of case. Court no abridgment of time. Set time I think 14 days. I'm going to file a sign many now. What is over 7 days? And until say speaker pen so one file the statement of case. The court to proceed on the matter.
Okay. That on that note, order for and Chief Justice Gertrude Tokonu. In some more, the two journal ya trick a crowd go up was a percent uti in some more, my many two jaw, a Supreme Court and area nearby.
From obeying the orders of the Supreme Court when they are made to give effect to its duty to prevent a violation of the Constitution. Because of the irreparable harm to the constituencies made up of hundreds of thousands of Ghanaians who would have lost their MPs without the option of a by-election, and the irreparable harm to the MPs who would have lost their seats in Parliament in these last few weeks to the 7th December elections, if the meaning put on Article 97(1)(g) by the Speaker was enforced without a clear determination of the disputes around it, this court found it expedient to compel the parties to allow an early hearing rather than make an order that would last only 10 days. This is the reason for the Supreme Court's orders abridging the 14 days allowed for defending a constitutional action through a statement of case and directing the parties to file their respective statements of cases within 7 days and present the issues for resolution immediately thereafter. If the parties had complied with the court's orders, this would have taken all of the 10 days the applicant urges an ex parte order ought to last. Compliance would also have enabled this court to dispose of this case by this week, including the question of whether the suit is competent in form or the jurisdiction of this court has been properly invoked. It is important, and the question of whether the jurisdiction has been properly invoked is different from whether the jurisdiction exists. It's a different legal question. It is important to place on record that both the plaintiff and the Attorney General have complied with these orders, and this court is able to complete hearing of this suit if the Speaker chooses to file no processes. For the above reasons, the application is refused. Not even the President and Vice President are exempt from obeying the orders of the
Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of Ghana, Mame Gertrude Tokonu. Lawyer, utie nsemo mame de two here, mentioning irreparable damage to the hundreds of thousands of people from the affected constituencies and the MPs themselves. Sure. Then Osan Mayeti say no can be about jurisdiction has been properly invoked. Nisa Mokot in some way.
Yeah, you see, when you talk about jurisdictional matters, it goes to the root of the case. Say courts no any to me it affects the outcome of the product. Or the judgment the judgment can be set aside.
Okay.
And when you say say high court any to me say or church constitution na high court church constitution na say or the jinaye bi ba obi timi Echo Supreme Court set aside the judgment of the High Court.
The judgment is void ab initio.
Null and void, and it's of no effect because of jurisdiction. Because of jurisdiction. The jurisdiction goes to the root of all matters. Okay. And it's a who need jurisdiction now. Who to me nya semono.
Okay, good.
If I so be any so.
Okay.
Aha. It is a obi wakoye ordinance marriage. Na wasan kwakoye ordinance marriage for baby. And also wasan kwari obi traditional marriage. Wakoye ifia wari o baby. Akoka ho obi aware ordinance. Ah no ye one man one wife no. Wasan kwafa bi won chia ka ho a. Sa aware no aware no. Eye void. Just say exist. Because enimrem nti exist opa mabusuafo ntu champagne. Enye de kura nguso.
It doesn't. It's invalid.
It's invalid. So what you say? It is another jurisdiction. Etie. Chief Justice. Eka say otie we mo a. You say the question of say court in jurisdiction to sit on this matter, and now say the jurisdiction of the court has not been properly invoked. No, in terms of interpretation and enforcement of the Constitution, I clearly the exclusive original jurisdiction of the Supreme Court.
Okay.
Exclusive original jurisdiction. On the court to be a check. And our jurisdiction in all matters. Yan kinda enye dekra. Na etifo entien ye. In all matters, Article 130, 131. Or say subject to the jurisdiction of the High Court in enforcement of the fundamental human rights and freedoms as provided in Article 33 of this Constitution, the Supreme Court shall have exclusive original jurisdiction. A. All matters relating to the enforcement or interpretation of this Constitution. All matters.
In no ambiguity.
In all
matters. In some
but what I say?
Yeah.
On a court about time. In all matters. So we can say or lucky jurisdiction then you must provide the authority why the Supreme Court lacks jurisdiction. And you call the merit of the matter in that court anymore. I feel na court na ebe call the merit asem na nkasa pompon so no oba bekom.
But is it not affecting the parliament work?
Oh, parliament work is affecting no. Now the majority in parliament, you know, in compliance with Article 112 of the Constitution, you know, emma omo kwan say in compliance with Article 112 and Order 53, 1 and 2 of the Standing Orders of Parliament, you know, emma ho kwan say 15% of the total membership of Parliament. Etimi issue notice to the Speaker. Emma Speaker esa can notice now. The Speaker procedurally has one thing to do. Say also free Parliament within 7 days to consider the urgent matters now. Omujina so ede say on survey on free Parliament, you know. Enti who are jene sign down ya. Adechia obi betimi asem one enipa 15% of your membership no. Etimi de osheto so say fremra sebedwa na yemra na discuss A, B, C and D.
Now Speaker ono to me take his decision here. Ebu court nimti akra no. Say ne we obetumi agasa on fanya adwuma. Obi anya.
We wan fanya adwuma. Obetumi asa akọ court for the court to reorder you. For the court to order you to convey Parliament in accordance with Article 112 and Order 53, 1 and 2 of the Standing Orders of Parliament. But there are safeguards as to our constitutional provisions. And it will be to me, Shen, who say, me was out to me, say, you speak and call it to me, friend, Masibedra, and Masibedra, maybe I'm a friend after elections. And I come for a bill till see a bit of Parliament.
Yeah.
There's also no. The drafters of the Constitution, the framers of the Constitution, you know, who say, ye benya speaker bia or de ahemfutu me ba betina na sebedwam. Abaye no tintiniti. Emedim raso no oba bedi tumi e o na sebedwam. Editi yamfa ne ma bia antoto akwan mu a ebetimi de ohawaba. E na omo de sa emra anda Article 112 ebe shem. Nti ene
good pa.
Mra sebedwa no majority no side no assemony issue notice to the speaker. Speaker nesa kan no or 7 days. Na minim say ye kan 7 days no within this week and I say early next week no by Tuesday no ebeso ama speaker no me so sabe kwa no we issue notice say omombra within 7 days no metna say no mo consider those urgent matters na ababeto
only choice just any yakura say the court will order him who is the court you know.
So
hey, I want somebody bagbing the right honorable.
Yeah, will be any to me.
The most expensive speaker of parliament in our time.
And Ghana for say nanka dodo ni nyina no ehwesen ke benya a system of governance parliament e be strong. Na yenya like an equal parliament like we have today.
Yes.
So there be checks and balances, oversight over the executive arm of government. But you just our parliament when I'm a Ghana. It's if one thing just our parliament are you I'm a Ghana.
Nanka be more ke ade beboa.
Na do ni nyina I believe say Ghana for aso mrasebedwa ya madodo no bia 160 something seat 170 clear majority e je free so e mo mutrimi o mo de ye on peso o mo ye bia no mo ye it's afidie ye hye no ye ma o mo pepepe near the content club akwa betu ntam se de e yire so a no actually na adwen baby aye famfa say the interest of Ghana e be ye ejuma then so no mahu say we no ababaye one of the most difficult parliament e sha ase de ntokwa na sha ase wo hwe na wie ya ekoyi a na no me se feme ye flag bearer na se bedwani e say oye honorable member on Thursday 17th of October me nim MP ni din na kame boni di say ne manfo nto abentia no mun san chiro ni ba ku bisa ne say honorable na wo kona wo seat na mo no ifo no MPP for no MPs na akoteki seat na was say dey enkote makonya so dey kamebo no
was say kobebo no yeah I've forgotten the name of that MP
was say kamebo no
me reho me tie me reho ye
ma say bedwam yes one say kokonto kwa ho ye pe boxes akọ Olympic Games ni African Games ni yenya bi na wo no ho ode na betia abo boxing na wo dey akọte na mra say bedwam na mra say bedwam say ye nkọ bontokwa ye nkọ bokutukuo e wo ho sabi wa mese the forum ne ho ba mfa so ama Ghana because sa wonim ntokwa kon wonim boxing bo a wrestling any boxing e wo ho ko bukom arena ye siri kama wo ho na nkwa kwakoye akọkere wa betisem e wo ho no mo na wo je laurels and gold medals any a belt ni akese e ma Ghana na Ghana di e hita kokotena kwhye mra kopre puntuo no obi betena akonya so a enya wo de a obebo no now you see arehosem ne say parliamentary service for no elebu seat no clerks no elebu seat no baby omo kwotena ye no na name tax sisi woni nyina ye majority no afenyo markings no mudi
oh okay
mi hu mia madam Kofi Adams a wo sesa sa name tax no obo ano
oh
on live TV o sesa free so e dey sa na e ma ni nyina
and obi friend me say that was an indiscipline act
absolutely so you see Ghana for nyintum say mrase bedwa ye to aba ehye ye no na nke tiri mu po ne say ebemma empuntuo kese aba nanso so sa mpuntuo na ne ye pe no ye nya ababa be ye o how kese abeto aban so e de o ka kese abeto aban so abesei aban dwumadie abesei the sanctity of our democracy e de anim guase kese ana ababe ka Ghana mrase bedwafo ye besere Ghana for so all the researcher e ba nyina akere say Ghana for your madwin say omo to abana ma Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and then the parliamentary candidate said be nya asumdwie na wonya asumdwie no de aye adwuma bo Ghana me jitu misra Ghana for say the Ghana for your madwin research e show e kan nyina no ye fa nya adwuma na parliament no ye de ma MPP ye fa ma MPP boom said be ya obetimi anya control na ne niso ade hunu a esi ani so no wotimi ahye na boa na ne mfaso pa ani mpuntuo kese abra matememfo
alhamdulillah
enye samra se bedwe ya akoye gig mrase bedwai
ya be kire o mo pa
wanye se ya ye nye se se wanye se ya ye nye se mrase bedwa no e se ya e de obi ka se e de enkomo bia me pese me bodin ketase proye ene sa na ma kankan no e na be koso e wo mrase bedwa ma a emu atemfo enya so emfa so ebi ni se ye pe omo awoma kodi djuma ma mrase bedwa ma a chiame hene se ono de oyo hene ono de odi tumi e na ye adjuma fa mra enye adwuma wa hisa Ghana mra nyina e de ahye ni kotokuo ma de ope ne ho e na ode ye
nti enumre se lawyer se mo amohwe yen na mo ye MPP for yakoto aba from 27th January na o say o preferred candidate wo lose na o candidate na wo lose no besi ne sebe party adwuma ye wo grand sukra wo yi ne ho afirimu na wo so o tinchen because we lose unti wo so mfa wo hwem parliamentary candidate ato abama no won penu unti won abama na say wo say udo MPP and there is between you and your God show me between you and your God lawyer mre na ye be 30 seconds papa yi speaker of parliament will take a decision be ede oyene ede twe sign ni ade asotwe bia ni ho no ma ye say de ma no so that future speakers no be who say me if I arrogate to myself certain powers asotwe bi wo ho no ma ebeba me so
asotwe wo ho no nyina ne se anuanom a o ma court na omode samakrata akoma speaker na speaker eye niema bi wo ho no omo so anamoto ometumi atu omram ama emra twena so apart from emra no bibie no ha betu da twena so because speaker no enye Ghana fo nyane to abama no ne akasa ye kwa abato so no ye koto tie speaker the betu asan ye ne se ye beto abana tie speaker ne party ene ne party parliamentary candidate no ne candidate ope president no yera John Dramani Mahama wa me bon ho modern no ye incompetent about integrity issues obi enim so a government official one and they were just too because office of special prosecutor kra name no say or a government official one or me sign it enfim eruti eba integrity issues okwaje car free friends kanazuri ho no mo ene sa na ema na ema nyina Ghana ni bia anim sem e kwa fa so ode dum so ene ade be ha yen a ene ubo dum so a na Ghana ni bia no a owo asthma na ne asthma ba ubo dum so a Ghana ni a owo coma na o ya kokoma because of how a dum so ede Ghana for e kom edunti ye pese speaker ye punish na another leg ede punish say ye to aba na tia NDC a ye to tia o mu boom ye to tia Mahama boom ni a to tia the parliamentary candidates ni boom ye ni a to ba Omia boom ni a to ma the parliamentary candidates ni MPs ni boom said ye be ya ombanya total control over parliament enuanum ya omo de ye famra nya hwefuo ya omo de omo call match pass e wo brase bedwem a ho enye match pass ground match pass enke e corner Black Star Square Independence Square any park ahodo so okokoforo dia Jackson's Park any sam yam na ye call match pass no omo de brase bedwem a ye Ghana business ho no mo a adibia no ho no mo call match pass ho no mo ye fa omo nsi nchen na ye ma NPP amanyoko no take over na the bold and selfless leadership ni bold solutions no ye fa me ye adwuma na mo Ghana e ma Ghana intimi kanfo number 1 Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ono ene da ha me kanfo no e ma Ghana fo nyina
lawyer Enoch Afoakwa private legal practitioner ena ye tin kan in fact information ya te so ni say NDC for some promise speaker says so mu win 2024 but on be maintain no as speaker well so sanet here dey na just say so ye bibi e dey demonstrate say ampa mo keep me ho no mo a dey I will be doing your bidding ti mo be share ne nso ye be da se mo share se na say mo share wo social media ye Facebook and YouTube nyina nyame ensha mo so a wo hwe free TV so direct nyame ensha bebre lawyer ye be da se musomfo ohene amoakona metena adwam ene enumrei mimpenifo lawyer Charles Kweku Amodate Robert Bafofin Justice Aful ura Aful elder papa ena elder Kwesi Ninsin ene George Sakodie Focus Brahima ene Kobi Scratch mrantie ena ebo mechidom ene enumrei ma mede dwumadi we bram nyame yadoma edwoada ye bai Minister for Information or information bebre ede mayen e wo sa dwumadi we so eno ti ye be hia makram